My favorite part of parenting is when my kids say something hilarious, which happens multiple times every day. I mean, like you were saying, it's very sweet when your kid like tells you they love you. Mm-hmm. But of course, anytime a kid tells you they love you, you're also realizing that they also have the freedom of will to tell you that they hate you down the line.
Probably
I've thought about
1
that.
second later, actually.
Maybe, yeah. I remember talking to my cousin years ago when he had kids and I didn't. Like, what do you do the first time your kid is like, I hate you, Dad?
Oh, God.
I think he was like, I'm going to be like, I hate you, too.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's an honest answer, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, sticks and stones.
Yeah.
Bye, kid.
But,
yeah.
no, I mean, to me, there's so many sweet moments where you're just kind of hanging out and having fun and goofing off. But, like, yeah, like the moments when your kid says something that is legitimately witty and funny and clever, to me, are like the best. I mean, that tells you a lot about my values, I guess. But.
That's my values too. Luna recently, Lee and I were fighting and it was just getting like tense. Like we were having the same argument over and over again as it happens.
Yeah. And
I could tell Luna was like starting to feel the uncomfortableness of the argument. I was like, we have to stop because Luna, I don't want to make Luna uncomfortable. And all of a sudden she just goes, like in the middle, broke the whole entire thing. I was like, she's comic timing already. Thank God. She knew that it was getting uncomfortable and she just started making fart noises. I'm
That's
like,
amazing.
Thank you.
Sebastian goes up to me and covers my mouth. Like literally in the middle of an argument. Not Dad, just me, goes and covers my mouth.
Wow.
And I'm like, you little shit.
That's funny.
I'm gonna get you.
My nephew used to whisper into his father's mouth rather like like I don't know what the thought process was, but instead of the ear, he'd whisper secrets into his father's mouth, which I thought was hilarious.
That's hysterical.
This kid is like one of the funniest people I've ever met. Henry right now is like 16 or something.
Oh, okay. So
but like as a kid, I mean, he's still very funny. But like I remember one time. He ran into the house where we were staying. It was like a summer place. He was like, Uncle Adam, I'm thirsty. And I was like, yeah, help yourself. So he goes into the refrigerator and he gets a thing of milk. Then he goes into the cabinet and gets 3 glasses. He puts them all on the table. He fills each one with milk. He drinks all 3, and then he leaves. I was just like, the thought process behind that is incredible. Like, who even thinks like that? Like, that's amazing.
3 servings.
Yeah, not 1 glass and a refill. Like, I don't know. I think about that, like, all the time, like.
I love kids are so weird. I love that they're so weird.
Sebastian's in he's obsessed with dogs and Paw Patrol, and he's in a phase right now where he licks everything.
Huh.
Like, he'll go up to you and just lick your leg.
Okay.
And
will he lick, like, the subway pole?
I haven't taken him on the subway anytime
smart.
recently,
Till
but
this phase passes,
he's literally been
Although he
sick.
would be bionic.
Yeah. He's been sick, and I'm like, don't do this.
Because
This
he's
is how you
licking
get
shit.
sick.
Yeah.
Yes,
What's
exactly.
he doing at daycare?
Although
Probably licking other kids.
he may be building up a serious immune system, though.
Yeah, he
He's
might be
gonna survive
Superman.
like some sort of apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's probably happening.
Yeah. When my oldest daughter was really young, like 6 months, we spent a semester at this weird college that's also a farm, which is a whole other long story.
Yeah.
But I say that to say her immune system's incredible.
Yeah.
Because
She's
as a
probably, like,
baby,
eating dirt. Yeah.
she was being, around all these animals and these filthy students who, like,
all students are
handled
filthy,
her.
but they're
Yeah.
farm students probably.
These
especially
students were
filthy.
incredibly filthy and took a lot of pride in the filth.
Yeah. Those are also the same students that grow mushrooms.
Scary Mommy Speaks.